Hi, I'm Mrs. Slattery. Welcome to seventh grade social studies, our virtual curriculum night. Ms. Gonzalez and I will be explaining what our classes are about. So this is my 29th year of teaching and my 22nd year in the district. All of my teaching years have been done at the middle school level. I have a degree from Bradley University and a bachelor's of science in education, and I received my master's in education from DePaul University in curriculum and development. I live in the western suburbs with my husband and my three sons. My oldest son, Connor, is 19. He's a sophomore at Xavier University in Cincinnati. Sean is 17. He's a senior in high school. And Ryan is 13 and will start eighth grade next week. So, just some images of my family and I from the summer. And we went to Michigan, and we also adopted a cat during the pandemic. So, just a little bit about us to show you what I am about.
And hi, my name is Ms. Gonzalez, and I will also be teaching social studies. I will be co-teaching social studies with Mrs. Slattery. I have a BA in elementary education with a middle school endorsement, a concentration in math from Governor State University. I am a licensed bilingual teacher, K through 12, and this is my third year teaching at Jefferson. I do have two daughters, Aaliyah, which she's 11, and she just started middle school, sixth grade though. And Brianna, she's 7 years old, and she started first grade. This is my family again. So as you can see here, we love nature. We love to travel. My daughter's first day of school this year, and then we also adopted Nube, our dog, during the pandemic. So she's also a pandemic pet. So, inquiry based units in social studies. What is inquiry? Illinois changed our standards in 2018 to include inquiry in our lessons. Inquiry allows students to be curious, wonder, and ask questions. Inquiry is teaching students about something and then making them curious so they crave more from learning. Students will become our historical detectives by creating open ended questions and investigating through multiple credible sources.
So, the social studies units that we'll be covering this year, I'm going to go through the slides. Unit 1 is our Thinking Like a Social Scientist. We will focus on the American colonies and the Revolutionary War. Part of our inquiry is constructing essential and supporting questions. Unit 2 is our Constitution U.S. Government unit. So, students, it is a mandate that they still take the U.S. Constitution exam in seventh grade. We will be developing claims and using evidence with our U.S. government. We'll be looking at how our Constitution and governments have evolved over time. We will also be focusing on the Bill of Rights, and what is our most valuable right will be an essential question students will be looking at. Unit 3 is new this year. This is going to be westward expansion. You can tell that we're following a chronological order, but also building in the inquiry and critical thinking skills that students need. Our focus will be on sources and sourcing. We will also be looking at multiple perspectives. We'll be gathering evidence from credible sources and determining whether or not they support each other. Our overarching theme will be whether or not this is expansion or invasion for westward expansion. Unit 4 is our civil rights unit. Our essential question is, why might it be important to acknowledge past historical injustices? And the skill we will be looking at is identifying perspectives. Unit 5 will be designing a solution for a social problem and taking action. This will follow more of a structured group inquiry, and students will choose a social issue they are passionate about and create an action plan. Finally, Unit 6 is our open personal inquiry unit where we put it all together, our culmination unit. This is when we take a visit to the Chicago History Museum in Chicago. Students are able to walk around the museum, choose a topic of their choice, and the last 4 to 6 weeks of school, we come back, we research, we use all the skills that we have had in our other units and put together a large project of their choice.
Grading policy. So the academic grades, 50% is real world experience, which we call RWE for short, and 50% summative. We will track in class assignments for students' accountability so you will know if your child is turning in their schoolwork. Check on Skyward. Accountability grades include homework, formative assessments, and classwork.
Feedback. How are we giving feedback to our students? Students will be getting feedback through Google Classroom comments. Ms. Gonzalez and I also like to conference with our students one-on-one throughout the school year, and they will receive written feedback on assignments and formative assessments. We are very excited to be working with your child this year. Please reach out with any questions or concerns that you may have at any time. We know that these are challenging times for all of us, and we would like you to know that your child is our number one priority. It's going to be a great year, and we cannot wait to get to know your son and or daughter.
Our ways to communicate with us, it's via email and phone numbers. So our emails are our last names, and then so Gonzalez ma@woodridge68.org. Phone numbers are here as well, and then for Mrs. Slattery, it's slatteryk@woodridge68.org. We other forms of communication include Skyward email updates, Google Classroom, which you do have or I'm sorry, you have access to your students using your students' email and password. If you have any further questions, you can always ask in this Google form that we provided a link for. It will be attached somehow to this video. And you can tell us a little bit more about yourself. We'll know that you checked into our virtual um, parent night and fill out the form if you have any other questions. Thank you.